Hello and welcome to day 23, where I'll be showing what I eat in a day to lose weight, stay lean, and also the positive health consequence is using one of these, CGM. I'll show how you can reverse type 2 diabetes. That's right, reverse type 2 diabetes through essentially diet therapy. So there's never been a reported case of type 2 diabetes being reversed, only the symptoms being treated and never the cause. And the cause is a high fat diet. So on this channel, you'll see me sharing a high carbohydrate or high sugar or sugar diet, low fat, low protein, vegan lifestyle. So that's the food. And then I pair the food side with the bike, and this creates the freedom lifestyle. And also you'll maybe pick up some understanding of how the world works as well. So hopefully you won't be as easily conned, or I would say manipulated. There is an alternative to becoming fat and sick and then a patient of the healthcare system for life. So like and subscribe, and as I say, this is day 23, so I've already got lots of days where you can see that I'm always lean. And I'll show you my blood glucose levels. So I'll show you either a screenshot, or I'll do a screenshot, or I'll record my blood glucose live and then I'll play that back in the video. So that's an amazing little piece of technology. So there's a little needle in my arm, which it can be painful, but I'm doing this for transparency. So you can see, for me, I want to be lean for cycling, but even if you want to go to the gym and put on some muscle mass, you can still do that on the foods that I'll recommend. And the thing to always remember about the size of muscle you have, it's about the anabolics of your body, potentially, rather than how much protein you have. So if you're having lots and lots of protein, yes, that will, and fat, usually foods that have a lot of protein, they usually have a lot of fat in, that will help to make your body naturally more anabolic. But if you want to look like what most people on social media who look huge and muscular, it's about taking performance enhancing drugs. Okay, so there's a little tip already, a little bit of understanding about how the world works. Okay, so if you want to be healthy long term and you want to think about longevity, then being the leaner and leaner you are and more catabolic, and therefore your body's just in maintenance mode, that's healthier. Whereas if you're anabolic, if you're more anabolic and you're always in growth phase, then yes, that's when we would associate with diseases like cancers, which are associated with always being in growth. So there's already some helpful advice. So I hope you enjoyed the views, beautiful views from the UK, and I hope you enjoy the video, and like and subscribe, and show this video to others who say sugar causes diabetes. And show this to your health provider and show, well, look, this lean, fit young man, he's he's not diabetic, but he's eating lots of sugars. And most likely all you'll hear is, oh, well, he rides a bicycle, and therefore that means that he won't become diabetic. Okay, so what you need to know is high sugar, low fat, low protein is the way to go, and I'm showing you the proof. And if this video doesn't change your mind, go and look at all my other videos. And I'm here to help, and I enjoy doing these videos. And you're not going to see this transparency most likely from people who eat the high fat diet, or maybe are just telling you that sugar causes diabetes. Well, I'm showing you sugar doesn't. Okay, it's a high fat diet. High fat, excess fat in your diet is destroying your health. So like and subscribe, and at the end of the video I'll do a recap showing you how many grams of carbohydrate I ate, how many grams of fat, and how many grams of protein. And I'll add them all up and I'll show you. I'm going to start off with some watermelon this morning. It's quite a nice looking one, this one. And then I'll probably just let that digest for a moment, and then I'll probably finish off this rice here. It's 400 grams of cooked white rice there, and I'll probably have that with some kikkoman soy sauce, the less salt variety. And then I'll just probably wash that down with this, say not smoothie, it's more like a fruit juices, mix of fruit juice. And yeah, I do have a blender here, but and I do use that, so you'll see that in videos sometimes. Make my own smoothies. But yeah, probably eat this first, let that digest for a few minutes, and then finish it off with some rice. I'm doing about 5 hours cycling today, or on the Freedom machine, and this is what freedom and adventure look like. This is what this lifestyle that I promote can give you. You can choose as much or as little as you want of it. So I've got 2 bottles, 2 950 milliliter bottles with about 150 grams of sugar in each, and I've got some vegan gummy sweets as well. So I've got about 500 grams of sugar for 5 hours, so about 100 grams of sugar an hour. Look at that. This is the energy and the drive that a high sugar or high carbohydrate lifestyle gives you. So this isn't cardio, this is adventure and freedom, and as a positive consequence, yeah, helps me lose weight if I want to, get really lean and get fit. Makes my heart healthy. You want to see some super quick fast food here? So I've just cooked almost this whole bag of pasta, so that's almost a kilo. Sorry, that's almost half a kilo. I had about 400 grams of that. So this is over a kilo of cooked pasta, some macaroni, got some soy sauce, yeah, soy sauce on pasta, crazy, tastes nice. Got a pinch of black powder and a little sprinkle of some herbs, and there you go, simple as that. This is the recap for day 23. So you want to know how many grams of fat, protein, carbohydrate I had. So I had about 4.5 grams of fat, 52 grams of protein, and 924 grams of carbohydrate. So I don't usually watch other videos from other channels on YouTube, but I had this one video that was recommended to me, and I just saw the title of the video, and yeah, I then went to look at other videos, not actually watching the videos, just looking at the thumbnails, the video titles of the video on this channel. It's another small channel like this one, and yeah, I think they were going the right sort of way. They actually said in the description of their video, of their channel, they were a nutritionist, a sports nutritionist, which always makes me laugh. And I think on this certain video, it said they'd had 600 and over 600 grams, I think, something like over. The title was, I had over 600 grams of carbohydrate in one day. So yeah, I say that the message that I share is not the mainstream message, but I think maybe, the message that I share, there's only a handful of other people that are really talking about health in terms of high carbohydrate, low fat, low protein for health and longevity, because most channels don't talk about that, because, and I always talk about, essentially with my videos, also share how the world works. So even if it's a vegan channel, it's most likely still pushing high fat, high protein and telling you not to have sugar, because the money, okay, you need to realize the message follows the money, okay? So I'm not being paid to sell supplements to people on my videos. I'm just sharing what is the truth. So as I always say, the earth was flat 2,000 years ago. Okay, the earth was flat 2,000 years ago, and now it's supposedly round. Okay, so we know the truth is the earth has always been round. Okay, the earth was round 10,000 years ago. The earth was round 1 billion years ago when life was starting to emerge, and the earth will be round for another however long, billions of years. Okay, it's not going to change. The truth remains the same. So if you always want to be healthy, it's always high carb. So when I see channels that are saying like they're eating maybe over half a kilo of carbohydrate, you can see in my videos, I recommend at least half a kilo for men and women. Even without exercise, you need to eat unlimited amount of carbohydrate, okay? So if you put a limit on carbohydrate, you put a limit on your performance in life. If you limit carbohydrate, but if you don't limit, oh, falling plum, watch out. If you don't limit fat and protein, you will put a limit on your performance, okay? So I'll repeat that again. If you put a limit on your carbohydrate intake, you'll put a limit on your performance in life. So that's at least 500 grams. I recommend at least half a kilo a day. And then after that, unlimited. So if that was a kilo, 1.5 kilos, then, and that's what made you feel full, good. And then I say, and I recommend, always will, okay, always will. If you don't limit fat and protein, then you will cause your health to suffer. Okay, so always 10 grams on average, no more, of fat a day. So if you want to stay lean, no more than 10 grams of fat a day. That's what I found that works, always works, no matter who you are. And if you want to lose weight, the upper limits of fat intake, I would say, is 20 grams, really. And after that, you're going to start gaining weight. There's nothing you can do about that. And then protein, again, you're seeing that I'm having generally around 50, 60, some days maybe 70. And that's just when I'm doing a lot of cycling. So the more exercise you do, the more your appetite increases. So if you want to enjoy eating, then do more moving your body. So the more you move your body, the more your appetite will increase. And I think, it's in a healthy way. So yes, people eat, emotional eaters, they eat a lot, or they think they're eating a lot. And that's why people think, oh, I'm eating a lot, I'm overeating, and I'm gaining weight. I just said, if you don't put a limit on your fat and protein intake, if you don't put a limit on fat and protein, your health will suffer. And that's what people do. They don't put a limit on their fat and their protein. So they're always eating these high fat, high protein, most people animal products or processed high fat, high protein foods, which, surprise, surprise, is destroying your health, making you fat and sick. And yeah, you can be vegan on high fat, high protein, and again, you'll be fat and sick, but maybe not quite as sick as maybe getting cancers from cancers from these animal products. So the simple life is the good life. High carbohydrate, low fat, low protein. This will help you to improve your health, regain your health, lose weight sustainably, and I'm sharing that I'm always lean. Okay, so I'm always lean. So the next time you see a channel that says, "Oh, I ate 500 or 600 grams of carbohydrate a day," okay, you'll make you laugh, because you'll realize that's not very much. That really isn't that much. And this was a channel this channel that I saw the title, it made me laugh, because it was a sort of, I think, a running or cycling or sports channel. Okay, unlimited, at least 500 grams a day, no matter what you do, and then after that, just eat to feel full. And if eating to feel full means you eat a kilo of carbohydrate, then that's fine. But if you're eating a kilo of fat a day, if you're going to eat a kilo of fat or a kilo of protein a day, you're not going to live very long. Okay, so the longest lived people on the planet are the Okinawans, or they were up until a few years ago, and essentially they ate their staple with white rice and sweet potato, which is high carbohydrate, low fat, low protein. That's changing now. Their life expectancy isn't quite so long, because that traditional staple diet has changed. It's become more westernized, but they were the longest lived people. And I found this little plum here as well. I thought I'd show you. Whoa, there's a hole there. I thought I'd show you this plum here. So this is literally, I'll zoom in so you can see it, but this is literally oozing with sugar. So this here that you see, so this plum's on the floor, it's being eaten by wasps here, you can see. But there you go, look at that, oozing with sugar. So this food here, this plum, ripe plum, probably not going to eat this one now that's been nibbled at, but this is sugar. This is high carbohydrate, low fat, low protein food, and it's come off the tree. So look at that, this nectar. Look at that. So that's like jelly. That's what jelly is. When people say, "Oh, I want jelly," well, there you go. Look, it's oozing out the bottom of this plum, the sugary jelly nectar. Isn't that lovely? So the next time you go to an orchard and you think, "Oh, well, I'd rather see animal products." Well, do you ever see in marketing for food the killing floor, or do you see people advertising this orchards? So you never see the killing floor, do you, in the abattoir in food marketing? But you see stuff like this. You see orchards like this, don't you? So this is appealing. Okay, this is appealing, and this is naturally this is appealing, and without you even realizing, this is high sugar, low fat, low protein, and this is what would appeal to most people, isn't it? An orchard with ripe fruit, not the killing floor with blood and brains and guts and poo and pus and horrific smell. That's high in fat and high in protein. That's what the products are coming from. So it's obvious, okay? It's obvious. It's obvious in us that these foods like this are what we should eat. So hope you enjoy the video, and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you for day 24. And also I've got series on the channel where I'm training like a pro cyclist as well, coming back from injury. So you check that out. And I hope you enjoy the video. And yeah, you can see, I hope you're seeing, you know, the simple life is the good life. So this here, right here, this is fast food, okay? So you just go, oh look, I'll have that plum. There you go, nom nom nom. Fast food right now.